Hello everybody and welcome to my channel. My name is Alana. I am Mrs.SmithStitches here on Flosstube as well as on Instagram, and welcome. I'm so happy that you're here with us today. If you are new here, welcome. This is my channel mostly about cross stitch. Today I have a little bit of crochet to show as well, but just a little. I'll show that at the end. And if you're returning, thank you so much for coming back and spending a little bit of your day with me. This is Flosstube number 35 for me. I generally film about once a month, so I wanted to make sure that I got a video in this week. I am actually kind of feeling like death. I suspect this video won't be very long. I have had some kind of strange, like, sinusy, I don't know what it is. There's so much stuff going around. So I've had like on and off fevers and headaches and sore throat and a little bit of everything, just viral, I'm sure, but I actually was feeling a little bit better yesterday afternoon and woke up this morning and I was like, oh my gosh, I feel horrible. So the Advil cold and sinus has kicked in now. So we'll see how long that lasts. But I really wanted to film. This is Jingle Ball weekend, so it's very exciting. If you don't know what Jingle Ball is, it is a online virtual retreat put on by Lindy Stitches. I will put the link below. That's what I'm trying to say. The Advil cold and sinus might catch up with me today. I'll put the link below. You can always sign up, I think, right up until the Jingle Ball starts. It was $15 American this year. And it's really fun. I really enjoy it. I'm off work this year, so I'm very excited about that. I was actually off last year too, which was nice timing. So it runs from the Friday night at like, I think 6 until Sunday night. I don't know when it finishes, but it's fun. It's got a lot of like, rooms that you can go into and meet other stitchers and chat. It has, classes that you can take, and it has, patterns to buy. Obviously there's freebies, lots of stuff to download, lots of stuff to purchase if you want to, lots of like designer Q&A kind of style stuff. So it's fun. It's a fun weekend. I'm hoping to be able to get on most of Saturday. Sunday, we're actually going to get our Christmas tree, which is pretty late for us. Well, our real tree. Every year we go cut down a real tree. We actually have 1, 2, 3 other trees that are just fake. But we always go cut down a real tree. This year, my oldest grandson is 3.5, and he's incredibly excited to walk through the forest to find a tree. So he's very excited about that. So we are going to go Sunday. It was kind of the closest we could get everybody together. It's hard. There's a few of us that are shift workers and a lot of us that work weekends in the family. So it makes it really hard to try to get everybody together. Anyway, so that's our plan for Sunday. So I suspect I won't be on too much on Sunday, but I'm hoping that I can spend most of the day Saturday relaxing and stitching, and hopefully whatever this is gone by then. I hope. We'll see. Okay, so I'll probably just jump right in. I suspect this isn't going to be a super long video, but I really didn't want to skip December, and I didn't know when else I'd get a chance to film. I do have 2 new starts. I have, I think 2, well, technically 3 whips, but one I worked like this much on. And I have a Jingle Ball start planned, and then I have a start for Christmas Day planned, and I'm starting with my friend Michelle. So I'm going to jump right into my new start. So my first new start was on Remembrance Day. My friend Michelle and I, Michelle's the Red Dirt Stitcher on Instagram, we started Goodness and Mercy by Teresa Kogut. It is beautiful. Oh, I'm getting a little bit of a like reflection. Sorry about that. I don't know where that's coming from. It's probably, I have all my windows open because it's such a nice day, like all my blinds. I probably should have shut some of them. Sorry about that. So there it is. I am doing all of the called for, everything. Well, no, I'm sorry. I don't know what the called for fabric is. I almost never use the called for fabric because I just have a little stash of fabric. Let me see. I'll see what the called for fabric is. Baked Clay, 40 count by Fox and Rabbit. So I am using 40 count Old Sheep by XJU. It's so nice. I have to buy more of this. I really like XJU fabric, but this is really nice. It's a little tiny start, but here I am. It's lovely to work on. Like it's really nice. I can see me really getting into this pattern and trying to stitch a little bit monogamously on it as I go. I don't know that I'll stitch much more on it now that it's December, but I think it's just so pretty. It's so pretty. It's giant. It's giant. It's big. So it's going to take me forever, as per usual, but it's beautiful. Here are the flosses. It's a combo. It's like a little bit of Weeks, a little bit of Classic Colorworks, a little bit of DMC. It's a little bit of everybody's in there. So pretty. This purpley color is so pretty. And it's a DMC color. Oh, no, it's not. I lied. Misty Mauve by Classic Colorworks. Sorry, I think it might be a little bright in here. I apologize. But we have to take the sun when we can get it because it's that time of year, which I love. I think I talked about this in my last video. I absolutely love the winter. I know that is not the most popular, you know, opinion maybe, but I love it. Just to be all cozy inside and like a nice tea and you're stitching and like a cute movie. This is the best. Now, I don't love scraping my car, especially after working a night shift, 12 hours of like the freezing rain and having to drive home in that. I don't like that. But for the most part, I do really enjoy winter. when I can hibernate like we were built to do, I love it. Okay. Oh, my words are hard today. New start number 2 is so cute. This is Christmas at Winterberry Cabin by Brenda Gervais with Thy Needle and Thread. It's just so cute. I absolutely love it. It's adorable. So this is it. I started this on December 1st. I wanted a little December 1st start. It's not very big. I'm using all the called for colors and I am still, oh, it's so cute. It worked up very quickly. I did change the snowman. I made the snowman whiter. It was supposed to be more the color of Santa's beard. And I just kind of wanted him to pop a little bit. He was very like blended in. This fabric is a 36 count Roxy Floss Co. one of a kind. Like one of those, like I bought it at Stitch North and it's not a color. It's like a mist dye, I guess. But I absolutely fell in love with it. I did the patchwork cloak Santa from Pansy Patch Quilt and Stitchery on the other half of this. And I just thought it looked so cute. And that white is actually the white from that pattern, from the Roxy Floss. I don't know what color it was though, sorry. But I thought it was cute. I thought it helped the snowman pop out a little bit. And so there he is, that beautiful big Santa. So cute. I really should have shut my blind, but it's okay. So that worked up very quickly. There is really not a ton left to that. Like once Santa's done, it's just this over here and it's done. So I think I'm going to keep this back out and try to get a finish. I'm using all the called for. I think I said that. All the called for floss. It's always hard in December, like to get a decent amount of stitching done, I find. Just between all the fun parties and family stuff and work stuff. And I don't know, there's always a lot to do, which I like I really enjoy it, but I always want to be like practical about how much I can actually accomplish stitching wise, because often it's not very much. Even in November, honestly, I didn't do fantastic with my stitching. I got some done, not a ton, but that's okay. Like I always know this time of year is busy. It's one of the reasons I really like doing Jolly July, because I find I actually get a lot more Christmas stitching done in July than I do actually at Christmas time. Another thing, I don't have a picture to show you, I don't think. Wait, let me look on my iPad. I did finish, I don't even think I showed it at all. It was the stocking that I did probably now a few videos ago. There's a girl that I work with, and her mom, when they were little kids, had stitched them each a stocking. The mom, the dad and the brother and the sister, the girl that I work with. And she saw me cross stitching one day on my break, because I often will bring stitching with me to work. And she said, could you help me make a stocking for my mom? Because she never made herself one. Like moms always do that. They make for everybody else. Oh, that's not what I want. And I said, sure. So I did. I made a stocking and I finished it, but just the way it worked, I never ended up showing it to anybody. Like I never had it here to show. Let me see. I don't think I have it. It's on my phone. And why some of them cross over and some of them don't, I will never know. I don't think I have the finished stocking here though. Let me see. Let me just do a quick, I know this is kind of irritating to watch someone go through their iPad. Sorry. No, I don't have it. Okay. Maybe I'll try to put it on my like Instagram. But it turned out super, 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 super cute. I was very, very happy with it. But I can't find, oh, there it is. Okay. So that's what it ended up looking like. And I thought it turned out really cute. I ended up finding the pattern. Someone actually sent it to me. And they were like, wait, I have this. And they sent it to me. And I was like, thank you so much. I wanted some. I couldn't quite match. I looked and a few people looked for me. I think I had shown them on a video probably months ago now. I think I got these in like September, even August maybe. And a few people sent me what like they thought or very close to what the pattern was. Because two of them had the same pattern and one had a different one on them. And I either couldn't get it or it was like I had to order it from, I don't know, and the shipping, and it was going to be crazy. So I ended up just finding, someone actually sent me a pattern. They're like, this would be perfect. And I think it turned out really cute. Let's see. So I think that was cute. It was a huge hit. The mom hasn't seen it yet. They're actually going to package it up as a Christmas present. Like, but the dad, everybody was very excited. So there you go. I'll put my iPad away now. So that was one thing I did finish since the last time I've seen you. I'm trying to think. I think that's it. I haven't started. I do have the Santa 2025 Santa. Last year I stitched the Prairie Schooler Santas for all my grandkids. So 22, 23, and 24. I bought the 25 and I didn't get it stitched this year for the baby. And we're having another grandbaby next year, which is exciting. So I think I'm just going to do them both for them. They're both little boys. I think I'm going to do them both next year. I mean, they're so little, they don't know. And I have them. So I think I'll do that as their ornament for next year. So far, that's my plan. We'll see. I realized that I hadn't started it, and at this point, I'm probably not going to get it done. I do have to make his stocking, so I'm waiting for the fabric. Actually, I probably have a picture of that too. I have like a panelist that I bought when my kids were little, like years and years ago. And so I think I showed a picture. I think I took a picture to show my daughter. So this is the one I made my daughter years ago. So this is Ada up here. So I make a cuff with the Ada and just stitch their name, and the rest is a panel. So they all have that stocking. And I just need to make one for the baby. But I have no more of that. It's like a 40 count. It's just Ada. It's just like a 40 count red burgundy-ish Ada. So I did put an order in. I don't know if it's going to be here in a timely manner. But a few years ago, I got on eBay or Etsy, and I searched like those stockings, and I found 2 more panels. So each panel had 4. So I bought them both just in case. You never know with this family how many children we're going to have. So I needed to make sure. So I do have to do baby Elijah's stocking. And I'm a little bit worried it's going to be super tight to get that in. But all I stitch on that is his name. So it's not like I stitch the whole thing. Okay. I feel like I'm really getting off track today, but it's okay. We're just chatting. We're just having a visit. And I feel like I'm saying a lot, and I don't feel like I normally do that. That's fine. Okay, on to the whips. I have 3 whips to show you, a couple of plans, and that's kind of it. It's going to be a short video today, but it's okay. My next whip was Dasher and Dancer. I can't remember if I had done any work on this last month, like for my last video or not. This is a really fun one. I really enjoy working on this. Like, this is one I could just stick with, I think, and like finish it. Except I always want, like, I think because I do Flosstube, I always want like more to show. Like, I feel like if I just work on one project for like 3 weeks, it's not as interesting for you guys to see. You know what I mean? And sometimes I do legitimately get tired of projects. I just don't think this is one of the ones that I would get tired of. It's just really fun. I really like the monochromatic pieces. Like, I really enjoy stitching monochromatic. So I think that's probably why I like it so much. But I'm going to show it. It's quite big. It's quite long. I'll see if I can I feel like I can't see. There we go. So I worked over in this corner here. No, I worked over in this corner here, I lied. And I did those 2 motifs and finished the letters, no, the numbers. And so this is stitched on a fabric by hand dyed by Rolanda. I feel like it's latte. It is like it's like the Verdal. So it's like an even weave. It's a 40 count even weave situation. It is so pretty. It's so pretty. I'm also stitching with hand dyed by Rolanda floss. I'll show that to you in a sec. I actually did iron this time too, and it looks very wrinkly. I don't think I did a very good job. It's super, super, super fun to work on. I'm very excited. I really would like to get this one done for next year. We shall see. It's pretty big. I'll show you my floss. So it's hand dyed by Rolanda Ruby Whisper, and I bought a whole hank of it when I was at Stitch North. I bought this at Stitch North 24 with plans to buy Dasher and Dancer. Like that was my plan. And then in October of 2024, I actually went down to Hobby House and bought it. So I went down to Hobby House to buy it there. And then my friend Joanna, who I had met at Stitch North 2024 and then again met at Hobby House, she had finished it. So she gifted me the pattern, which was really sweet. But I did start it there. I started it at Hobby House when we went in October of 2024, which is really fun. Okay, I have one more. I have 2 more whips. One I did this much on. But my next whip to show you is the Noel sampler with the needle and thread. So pretty. I have wanted to stitch this one for a really long time. And I got a decent amount done. The last time I showed this to you guys, I think was actually July, and I had put the house in the wrong spot, too much. I was too close to one side. So I actually ripped out the whole roof and restarted it. Haven't done the roof yet, but I have a really good chunk of the house done. I actually think this is going to be one of my fill-in for Jingle Ball. It's always kind of nice to just have something just to mindly stitch where you don't really have to count. And all the bricks are done. So literally the rest of the house is just red. And then I could do the roof and I could just fill it in. And I love a house. I find them very relaxing to stitch. They're just very relaxing. But I'm really enjoying this one. It's so pretty. So pretty. So I think that's one I'm going to keep out for the Jingle Ball weekend. And the last one that I've been working on, I'm stitching this on 40 count. So bad, guys, so bad. After all 35 floss tubes, I still can't remember to tell you what I'm stitching on. 40 count Lollybrock by Tabby Cat. I also bought this fabric at Hobby House. And that's the right one, right? I'm pretty sure it is. I think so. I think the called for was sand, but I didn't have any. So I picked kind of based on the picture. And I am using all the called for colors in this one. So very, very cute. I'm definitely going to keep that out for this weekend. And my one last whip that I worked on is Christmas at Hollyberry Farm. This is one that I didn't get out for Jolly July. And well, I had planned to stitch on it and never did. I just didn't end up being able to stitch on it. So I'm not even taking it out of the hoop because I have done so little. I'm literally just working on the windows of this big ginormous house. So there it is. It's very, very pretty. Weirdly, I just haven't wanted to stitch on this one. I don't know why. I don't know why. I honestly don't. It hasn't called to me, which is kind of strange. I love Stacey Nash. I don't know. And I love a house, so I'm not sure if I'm just finding the house a little daunting or what. But I'm just not, it's not calling to me. I sat down to stitch on it a little bit last night and I just worked on that. It's got a needle sticking right out of it. Fix that. I just worked on the windows and I don't know, I wanted to put it down and stitch something else, which I thought was really odd for me. So I'm hoping to keep this out for this weekend too, because again, it's just windows, it's just fill, it's just a house. And I love stitching houses. So, but there's something about this one that is not calling to me, and I'm not sure why. But that is all that I actually worked on this month, which is not a ton. But I had kind of, like, I kind of knew that was going to be the case for me this year, or this month. Christmas is always, you know, and I'm an early Christmas, like I'm pretty much done Christmas. My plan tomorrow, I have to run out, get a couple of last minute things. There's a few things that I've ordered that haven't come in yet. And then tomorrow my plan is just to wrap and like just get organized and, you know, I'm so excited. I love Christmas. It's so much fun. I love it. The next thing that I will show you, and I'm going to have to pull that up on my iPad too, is my Jingle Ball start. I am starting this with a few friends. Hang on a second. I have to, you know what, I actually have to search it because it's not in my, it downloaded weird. So this is a pattern that I bought 2 Jingle Balls ago. And it didn't download properly. So it's on my laptop, but I can't get it on my iPad. I don't know why. My laptop's a MacBook. They are interchangeable, but for whatever reason, I cannot move it to my iPad. And when I use my iPad, I just use it in books, like iBooks. I don't use markup. I don't use anything. I literally just put the pattern and I download it into my books and I like use it like that. I don't like to mark off. I tried markup and I hated it. I don't like to mark off what I've worked on. I don't like the grid it gives you. I just want to see the pattern, which is kind of strange. So this one is called Go Tell It on a Mountain. I'm going to search this. And I realize you guys can actually hear me. Sorry about that. By Heartstring Samplery. Heartstring. It's one way to make my video longer. I'll just like talk through the whole thing. There we go. No? It doesn't want to. Here it is. Okay. Can I make the whole thing bigger? Oh, it's only going to pop it up on 1 through 3 stitch. Okay. Okay. So that's what it looks like. This is awful to show you like this. I ordered this, my very first Jingle Ball. I ordered this and never stitched it. I also did, so I only bought 2 patterns that year. I bought Heartstring Santa. I brought this one that I'm going to start. I also did Santa and the Wool Makers, which is, it's not Kathy Barrick. It's Hello from Liz Matthews. And I have never started either of them. So we were talking, oh, I made it go away. Where's my library? So I was chatting with the girls that I Zoom with. Let me see. Oh, I want to show you the pattern. So this is Santa and the Wool Makers is the other one. Isn't it so cute? It's Hello from Liz Mathers. It is, yeah. He's adorable. So I bought both and didn't start either. Didn't even kit them. Did just I don't know. I just bought them and saved them. And then that was that. And we were chatting. I have a Zoom call that I do every couple of weeks with friends that I met a few years ago. And we got talking about the Jingle Ball and who was going to go and what, like, was anybody taking any classes and all that stuff. And I was like, I literally have patterns from 2 years ago that I haven't even kitted. Forget about started. Well, then we all were like, yeah, me too. And we all actually had bought the Go Tell It on a Mountain. So we were all like, oh my gosh, none of us have even started. So we were like, you know what? Jingle Ball this year, it's the Friday, we're going to start Go Tell It on a Mountain. So I am stitching this on. It's 30 count Hemingway by Needle and Flax. I'm sorry, I have no idea what the called for was. I didn't even look it up because I have to look that up on my iPad, my laptop. And then I kitted it kind of mostly. I grabbed the few colors that I needed and then realized that I actually missed a couple colors. So I'm going to either have to go and grab the other colors that I need, or I'm going to wing it with whatever's in my stash. But I think I have like most of them. Like I have the red, I have the green. There isn't a ton of colors. I think somehow I missed a couple. There's a couple of DMC and I just bought the called for colors and we're going to go with it and see what happens. And I'll either go and grab the rest of them, or I will just like try to match the colors from the very, very, very small stash that I have. So that is my Jingle Ball start, and I have one more start planned, which is going to be my Christmas Day start. So me and my friend Michelle have decided to start, oh, I need my iPad again. I feel like I never show you guys my iPad. Okay, hang on just a sec. Where'd I go? Did I download that one? I didn't. I've been trying to move them into my iPad, like scanning them and moving them in, but I have not done that. So I don't think I can show you. Let me Google it. It is called, it's the Teresa Kogut, what's it called? Up on the Rooftop, maybe? Oh, goodness. It's a Teresa Kogut one. Tara, Sully Stitches, is stitching it, and everything she stitches, I want to stitch, but she, Michelle's like, did you see this? And I was like, oh no, I have to stitch that too. And we're all like, no more new starts. Goodness, I don't think I can find it. I don't remember what it was called. I will post it on Instagram. Let me see if it's in my like text from Michelle. This is such a silly video. Okay, let's see. I don't think so. Okay, well, I can't just spend the whole time looking at this. This is silly. Let's see. Oh, Home for Christmas. Not Up on the Rooftop. There it is. Home for Christmas. I knew Michelle had sent me something with the picture. So we are going to stitch that. We are going to start at Christmas Day. I love Teresa Kogut. I love her Santas. I could stitch all her Santas. Her little blue coat Santa was actually the only thing that I bought last year from the Jingle Ball, because I feel like I don't stitch, like I had the two that I haven't even stitched yet. I was like, I'm not buying anything. And then again, there was a little group of us chatting and we're like, we should do the blue coat Santa because he was so cute. So I have no plans for the Jingle Ball this year to purchase now, just because I don't have any plans. I mean, I won't purchase anything. I'm going to kit this up. I haven't kitted it. I don't even know what's called for. I haven't even looked at it. I just got the pattern. I haven't done any. I actually don't even have the pattern physically yet. So I don't even have the pattern. So I'm waiting on that too. And then I will go and I will kit it fully. And I'll start that Christmas Day. And then I have a New Year's start planned for New Year's Eve. And then I'm going to try not to do any more new starts in 2026. I don't know how successful I'm going to be. My next plan for a video is going to be a whip parade. So I'll do that. I like to do one in January, right? Like usually the 1st of January. I haven't yet gone through my whips. I don't know how many I have anymore. But my plan is to go through them all and pick a few and work on them till they're gone, till they're done. Now, I don't know if I'll just work monogamously on some of the great big ones, because I don't know how, I get a little bored sometimes and I need to switch out. But I have a few really big ones that I would really, really, really like to finish this year. I have my Smith sampler that's really close to a finish. I have my 2021 Modern Folk Embroidery that is somewhat close to a finish. A lot of people, like almost every group that I am in, is stitching the 2026 one. It's like little acorns. I forget what it's called. And everybody's like, are you going to stitch it? I'm like, no, because I never finished 2022 or 2021. And if I start that, like I started that Fruits of Plenty Sal in 2021. And it is going to be 2026 and I have never finished it. So no, I'm not starting anything more big. My New Year, New Start is the Beatitudes. I actually have it right here because it's all kitted in, kind of ready to go. I'm not going to take it out of the plastic, so it'll be a little bit, I'll just see my reflection. So I am going to start that. Lori Holt was stitching that and I saw it and I loved it. And I thought it was kind of a really nice New Year, New Start. But I have some smalls that I know that if I sort of buckle down, I could complete. I have a couple of really big projects. Like I have Let Love Rain that I've only done like the first part of. And I'd really like to get some more on that. I have and a forest grew, which I have a ton of work done on, and I'd love to have that. My plan was to have that framed up here. So that is like, I'll do a big whip parade. I'm going to organize it. I'm going to make sure I know all my fabric because I'm really bad for that, for losing track of the fabric. And I've got these cards now that I've been making up for all the projects that just has, this is the Anniversaries of the Heart one. I haven't worked on that since last, but I did order some more. I needed some classic colorworks for that one. So I placed an order for those. So that's just like what it is, what the design is. Usually when they're around, if I know when I started it, what the fabric is, and, you know, am I using the called for? Did I, you know, I am generally somebody that uses the called for. Almost always. There's a few that I have changed. Sometimes I'll darken or lighten depending on my fabric. I rarely use the called for fabric, but I do usually use the called for floss. So sometimes I have to play around with that a little bit, just because I find fabric is expensive, to be honest, and shipping can be really expensive to Canada. I live in Ontario, and a lot of the fabric is coming from elsewhere. Even honestly, we do have dyers in Ontario, absolutely, but sometimes it's honestly more expensive to ship within Canada than it is to ship from the States, which is really silly. So I generally, if I get access to, I just, like when I go to a retreat, I just buy the fabric. Like the patterns are one thing. I feel like patterns, especially now that so many more people are doing PDFs, which is amazing. I can get the patterns. I can get those. This is no problem. But for the most part, you can get them. But the fabric, when I see it in person, is what I want to buy when I'm there. I have no plans for any retreats actually next year. I have taken myself off of all of the retreats that I only had 2 for next year. My daughter's actually getting married in October, so we thought all of our all of our extra money is going to go towards that. So we're pretty excited about that. Yeah. So I think that's it. I know it's a short video today. I don't think, oh, my crochet. I forgot to show my crochet. Okay, so as I said earlier, I have 4 grandchildren, and I made them each a baby blanket. So my daughter-in-law is expecting grandbaby number 5, total, not her 5th child, just total grandchildren. And she picked a blanket, a pattern off of Etsy actually, that she wanted me to do for her baby. And so I bought all the yarn for that. And then my oldest grandson, he's 3.5. Yes, they're all very close in age. We will have 5 grandkids before Wesley turns 4, because this baby's due in March and Wesley's birthday is in middle of July. So I loved the pattern. I actually really, really like the pattern. I will probably have that started to show you the next time, because I didn't start that one. It's kind of a rainbow. It's super, super pretty, but I actually took the same pattern and just changed it up for Wesley. So he loves the blanket that I made for his little brother, Elijah. And so he was telling my daughter that he's sad that he doesn't have a blanket from Granny. And I was like, well, he does. I made him a blanket, but it's too little for him because it's a baby blanket, and he's like 3.5, and he's like a big kid. Like, he's not a little 3.5-year-old. So anyway, this will not be done by Christmas, but I thought Wesley needs a blanket from his granny because he's sad. He doesn't have one, and everybody else loves their blankets. So here we go. It's going to be upside down or something here. Okay. So this is the blanket. You can see it. So it's a super, super simple pattern. It's a little bit wonky right now, it looks like, but little kids don't care. And I am not by any means a professional crocheter. But so this is what it looks like. It's basically just like a single crochet with a chain, and then this is what you do. I'm sure it has a name, but I don't know what that is. It's not the moss stitch, I don't think. Anyway, that doesn't matter. This is what I'm making him. So when I ordered the yarn to make Elijah's blanket, I ordered a ton more, like a absolute ton more than I needed. Elijah did one of those like gingham blankets. It's super, super cute. This pattern I got off of Etsy, and I will link her below. Like, I can link the Etsy store below, just a downloadable pattern. Very easy to read. Very, very nice. I just wanted to make something that was like wide enough for him. Like, that would be like a big, and I'll put a border around it too. But yeah, So this is what I've been working on. Sometimes it's working up very quickly. I haven't had a ton of time. I sometimes will bring this when I'm on my night shift, because sometimes my breaks at night, I can't stitch. My eyes are too tired. But I can crochet because I don't really have to look at it. But I do find it really hard. Like I'll bring my stitching sometimes on a day shift. I usually don't get a ton done, but sometimes I'll stitch for like half an hour. It kind of depends on the day, to be honest. But crocheting, I find during my breaks on a night shift a lot easier because I can just do it. Like once it's established, like I couldn't start something at work, but like once it's established, I can just sort of sit there and crochet for my break. I don't do it a lot, but I always bring something with me. I always have a project in my bag, in the car. So I always have something with me to bring. It just travels with me. It doesn't, rarely do I get it pulled out. Often it just travels along with me. But I try. I bring it anyway. Okay, so I think this is it for me. The next video you'll see from me will be my whip parade, and sometime in January, hopefully the first week. I work New Year's Eve, but then I don't work for a couple of days after that. My parents are actually coming in the first weekend of January. Like they're coming on the 2nd to do Christmas with us. They live about 5 hours or so away, so they're going to come and do Christmas. Hopefully the weather holds out and they'll be able to come and do Christmas with us then that weekend. But I'm hoping to kind of get it up around the 1st. I really need I need a day to just go through my stuff and like organize it. I really want to write everything down. I'd really like to cut down some of my fabric because I have a lot of like fabric that's on half, and I know I can use the other half for something else. So I would really like to do that too, but that's like, I feel like that's just, I really need time to think. And daylight. I find I can't do stuff at night. I don't know why. Like I can stitch at night, but like I can't organize. I don't want to sew. I don't want to do anything else at night except stitch. I can't think about other things. I have to be able to see. So that'll be the next video that you see from me. I don't think I have anything else. I really haven't watched a ton of Flosstube, honestly, here and there, and half of them I haven't even finished. Like I've started so many and like been pulled away or had to go do something else, or like didn't have time before I had to leave to go somewhere. So I have so many that I haven't finished, and so many that I'd like to see and haven't done. So I feel bad. That's sort of my in-between Christmas and New Year's. I'll sit and relax. I won't actually have to work. So that's not true. I do have to work. But hopefully I'll get caught up. So I don't have really any Flosstubers that I have been watching particularly. No, nobody new. And honestly, nobody that I managed to finish their Flosstubes, which is sad. I did see though, oh, I forgot. Amy, Gable Stitchers, Amy, she has a video. I haven't finished the whole thing because again, you know, I just haven't. I ended up having to go somewhere and that was that. But she's one that I love watching and hadn't seen her in so long. I think it's been over a year. And then all of a sudden it just like pops up and I was like, oh, that's nice. So I sat and watched her for a little bit. Other than that, honestly, there hasn't been a ton of Flosstube watching going on. There hasn't been a ton of TV watching going on at all, honestly. So I don't think I have anything else to share that way. I'm trying to think. Nope, I showed you my crochet. I showed you all of the things that I've worked on, all the things that I'm going to work on for December. I guess my plans for December really are just this, like kind of what I showed you here. I'd like to get a couple of things finished. There's a couple of smaller projects that I'd like to finish the house for the Noel sampler. I'd like to finish the house for Christmas at Hollyberry Farm, but I don't know if that's going to happen. I have a few other ones that I haven't yet pulled out. So we'll see. I don't remember if I showed you guys. I don't think I've done any more work on that last, hang on just one sec, because it's sitting right here. Hang on, I got one more to show you that I don't think I worked on though. This, what is this? Peace and Goodwill. I get Peace and Goodwill and Goodness and Mercy mixed up for some reason. So this is the Brenda Gervais one. I showed it in my last video. It was my new start in my last video. but I don't think I've done any more on it since that. And I've been fiddling with the white. That's the thing. So you see, I feel like you can't really see the white because some of this is white up here and I changed it to white, like to blanc. And I don't think you can really, because there's a little snowman here too. That's like the down, like I love this fabric. I can't remember what it's called, of course. That's the thing with some of the winter ones in the white though. It's like it needs a really dark fabric, but then the dark stuff really blends in. So I've been fiddling with that one a little bit. I don't think I've made a decision on that, but I've been fiddling with it. And if I should go to the B5200 or whatever. And there's one more that I have planned to work on this month. We'll see. And that is with This Joyous Season by Plum Street Samplers. I haven't touched this one. I don't think I worked on it during Jolly July, although I did have it as one of the pieces I wanted to work on. I'm stitching this on 40 count mallow. I remember that. And with all the called for. So that's another house I'd like to just putter away at. It's so pretty. Every time I see it, I'm like, ooh, I love it. And then I never do anything on it. So I'd kind of like to putter around that little house there and see if I can get that finished. So basically my goal for this December is just to finish all the houses. If I could get all the houses finished, because there's such a big part, right? Like if you can get the houses finished, you can, like the rest of it is quite, actually that one's quite, that one, the plum streets are always big. But yeah, if you can get some of like the rest of it, the house is like the main thing, right? And you can get the rest of it, get the house done, the rest of it can kind of fall into place. Okay, I'm definitely done now. I've showed you everything. Thank you so much for watching. Thank you so much for sticking around with my like ramblings of today. Wasn't the most organized video I've ever made, but that's okay. I hope everybody's doing well and everybody's feeling well. I hope I can get over whatever this is happening here, my sore throat and my headache. It's kind of weird. I think it's a sinus thing because it's like my head and my throat, but like it's not in my chest or anything. And I hope you guys all have a lot of fun at the Jingle Ball. If you were at the Jingle Ball and you are looking to chat or in a room, message me on Instagram. I'll get those notifications. So message me on Instagram and I'll try to hop in and chat with people. It's really fun. I like the smaller like rooms because sometimes you get into a room and there's like 40 people and it's like, wow, that is a lot. You can't talk with that many people. One year I ended up in a room that it was just me. I was like, oh. And I was like, do I stay and see if anybody else joins? And that's actually what I did. So I just stitched and waited and like 2 more ladies came in. We had the best time, just the 3 of us for like the longest time. It was really fun. I really enjoyed it. It's always fun to meet new people. Like I don't have anybody very local to me. There is a stitch group in Ottawa that I do really try to get to as often as I can. And that is really, really fun. I really enjoy it. But it's about a 45-minute drive for me to get there. So, and I don't really have anybody in like my town that I stitch with. Or to be completely honest with you, a ton of time to organize, trying and get together in, on a regular basis. But I really enjoy this. I like the Jingle Ball. It's really fun. It's always kind of fun and festive. So if you're there and you see me, come say hi. Or if you're there and you're bored and you want someone to chat with, message me on Instagram. And if I'm on, I will come find you. And have a great weekend. Have a great December and a very Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. And I will be back on hopefully early in the new year with all of my 2026 plans and all of my whips all organized and everything. That's my goal, to have everything all organized for 2026 and finish a whole bunch of stuff and hopefully not buy anything. We'll see. We'll see how that goes. But that's my plan, is to get some of these whips organized and finished. I hope you have a fantastic holiday season and thank you so much for sticking around for this whole video. And I will see you all in the next one. Thanks. Bye.